Hello, welcome back to my channel. Well, we're gonna get into it, but I mean, everyone's seen the news by now. How can you not have seen the news by now? It's a very unfortunate time for me to go live as well. LB's just gone live too. So, everything's going wrong. Everything's going wrong. Oh dear, oh dear. Honest to God, beautiful guys, beautiful. LB goes live the exact moment I go live. So I'm probably gonna get shit viewership. And, bro, the team. The team is, moving suspect, I suppose. So let's just get into the news. Subscribe, by the way, it helps out a ton. That way I can go live when LB goes live and still have decent viewership as well. So, oh, wrong thing here. I will get to this later. It's the news. It's the news, guys. It's the news, for those who haven't seen it yet. Where is my yellow border? It used to give me a yellow border around screens I was sharing. That's annoying. Now I don't know if it's sharing properly or not. I had to update my PC to Windows, well, to the next Windows, basically. I think it's Windows 11 now. And honest to God, it looks shit. Anyhow, besides my PC, latest, there are no new updates regarding Man City. And we mean nothing. Know what this is followed up by in my bookmarks? Let me show you my very next bookmark. I mean, this is a beautiful combination. Oh, sorry. This is a beautiful combination, is it not? NICO Gonzalez could leave Man City this summer in the event of a good proposal. I tell you right now, Bayern München, 70 million, and he goes. 70 million for the Bayern München, and he goes. Or from Bayern München, and he goes. An exit is neither guaranteed nor 100% decided and depends on offers. But there is a feeling that the midfielder is not crucial for the project. Not crucial for the project. So let me get this straight. Every game he's played, we have looked better than the games he hasn't played. But he's not crucial to the project. God, this manager is fucking... Oh my days. Etihad clown show. Bro, that's sealed. You guys must be licking your lips right now at Bayern. You guys need a DM. Bro, he walks into your team. He walks into your team. You buy him right now, he'll be your starting DM, I tell you right now. And then you'll have Kimmich on right back. Now your midfield and defense will be sorted. You still need a centre back, but then your midfield and defense sorted. Bro. Clown show. Proper clown show. Hello, big up to Rosa, how are you? Sack this loser. Well, he's not a loser objectively, but he's fucking washed, isn't he? He's fucking washed, this guy. Pep, get out now, bro. Rebuild starts with a new manager. It's that simple. A rebuild starts with a new manager. You can't rebuild with the same head coach. Because you know what a rebuild is? It's a change of philosophy. It's a change of players. It's a change of everything. Alex Ferguson, when he first came into Man United, he was the head coach and he was the manager. He was both. You know how he rebuilt Man United? He hired other managers to do his job for him. He hired head coaches and he became the manager, and he had head coaches beneath him to do the coaching, to do the ideas. So Alex Ferguson did not rebuild. He got other people to rebuild for him, and he just managed the club, which is honestly more challenging probably. I don't know. I can't say. I've not worked in this line, but that is how Alex Ferguson did his rebuilds. He never was head coach again once he stopped being head coach. He allowed other people to take that role so that they can rebuild. And when they needed a rebuild, first thing he did, sacking the head coach. Pep Guardiola is different. He is not the manager. He is the manager and head coach. He's both. And he's taking the players he grew up with, figuratively speaking, at Man City. And he's trusting them. Everything, bro. everything. He will give them sloppy topics for days, bruv. He does not care, bro. He does not care. He cannot think logically, bro. He sees a bunch of friends. He can't think about football anymore. He sees friends all around him. He's not thinking about the football, bro. He's not thinking about it. Also, didn't Simon Bajowski just deny the rumors? Fabrizio Romano is more trustworthy, but let me go check the Simon Bajowski guy. Doesn't even show up. Is that the correct spelling? Simon Bajowski. Well, he doesn't even. He doesn't seem like a great source. He's related to Man City's man, but I'm not sure how reliable he is. What is his Twitter? What is his Twitter? I don't know what Simon Bajowski's Twitter is, so I can't verify that. But I'll say one thing, Fabrizio is a better source than anyone else. Bro, if he's sold, he's sold. It's that simple. If he gets sold, he gets sold. And if nobody comes in for him, I will be shocked. I would be shocked if nobody comes in for him. Because he's a top player. So I see nothing from Fabrizio on his Twitter. But he does also post on Facebook, which is where I believe he posted this one. I'd have to find it. Probably Facebook. Probably Facebook. Gundogan and Bernardo are crucial. This manager is a clown. Bro, I'm about to go on my rant. Let me finish reading chat and then I'll go on my rant. Good, what about you? Bro, you don't even need to. Don't even need. Why is my camera so much? Come down the middle. There you go. I hope. No, I don't want to lose games, bro. Bro, I hope we win every game next season and this manager proves me wrong. Or that this manager gets sacked before the next season and we still win every game. I don't care who's here, I just hope we win. But realistically speaking, this guy has to go for us to win, in my opinion. Right, let me go on my rant. In January, Man City needed to buy a defensive midfielder. Man City begun with a centre back. Fair enough, we had a centre back crisis because we played one centre back at left back and we didn't play the other centre back at all, which is Samson Polsey, who was actually quite good in the short period that he had to come in. He wasn't great, but he was not as bad as the disaster Akanji next to him. So we never really had a centre back crisis, we had a mismanagement crisis. If we got a fullback, a proper fullback, we could have liberated another player to play centre back. Besides the point, we went and bought 2 centre backs. One of them never played. The other of them played 9 games. A full 9 games. We went out and bought Marmouche, who was supposed to be the backup striker, has not played striker once. Okay, fair enough, he plays well on the wing. I like what he does on the wing. But we still have Savio and Doku there as well. Might as well sell off these 2 scrubs and bring in someone else. Because they can't finish a wank right now. But again, besides the point, arguments to be had. You can argue that Doku and Savio still deserve a place. What you can't argue is that we did not lack a DM in January. You can't argue with that. Everybody knows this. We needed a defensive midfielder, or 6, whatever you call it. We did not get one until the final day of the season. Know when we signed NICO GONZALEZ? The final day of the window. I believe it's after... From memory, I believe it's after we played... We lost a game, and then we went out and signed NICO GONZALEZ. I can't remember the exact game, though. Let me check this, Let me check this, yeah, before I continue my rant, because this is important. There was a game, like, right before the end of the window, right? Only after that game, because it was a poor result, did we go and sign NICO Gonzalez. We broke the release clause and finally signed him, right on the final day of the window. Let's see, what game was that? This is, not January. Right. So, it's after we lost to PSG and then we played Chelsea. It's that when we went and signed him, I believe it is. So we lost against PSG. We refused to sign a backup DM for Rodri. We lost against PSG. Head switch spinning. We quickly went on signed someone. But in fact, wasn't it after? Can't be after. When did the window close? It's like 1st of February it's closed, right? It can't be after Arsenal, can it? But he didn't play against Arsenal. Oh my days. Is it after Arsenal that we signed him? The 24, 25 January window. Let me see. After Arsenal. Okay. I knew that it was after a bad result, but okay. There you go. Memory refreshed. Now I can go on my rant again. We lost against Arsenal 5-1. We refused all window to sign a DM. We lost against Arsenal 5-1. He came in. What happened after that, bro? What happened after that? He has played 48% of the games that he's been available. 48%. 60 million pounds. Sorry, 60 million euros, I believe it was. Release clause. Voila, we've got him. Finally, a DM. 48% of the games. This manager refused to play him even when he came in and showed this manager how fucking stupid he is in the Newcastle game. Immediate game afterwards, now fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. We find solutions and we say fuck the solutions. We play well against Juventus. Oh, fuck all the players who played well against Juventus. Let's put all the players who helped me win against Juventus on the bench. World class manager, according to some people out there, though. This manager is taking the wholesale piss, yeah? NICO Gonzalez came in, helped us get better. And now he's on the bench for Gundogan. Oh, he's not really a priority. It's not crucial to our plans. This manager told us he's baby Rodri. I'm sorry, Pep. You told us, Pep, told us, and you do this a lot. You lie, you're a liar. You told us he's crucial. He can't be very crucial if you're selling him after 6 fucking months. This guy lies to you. He played Rodri. Rodri, we knew he couldn't play. The doctor told Pep in the same week, yeah, he can only play 60 minutes. The same week, Pep played him 100 something minutes. And Rodri got injured again. Rodri will play every fucking minute. Where the doctors even cleared him for 5 seconds. And he will get injured over and over and over until the end of the season, and he'll have played maybe 10 games. Because after you do your ACL, you pick up muscle injuries. You just do. When you do your ACL, you will pick up muscle injuries. It's that simple. It's unavoidable. But you can make it less bad. Less bad by not playing him 100 whatever minutes it was, when the doctor told you only 60 minutes. This manager does not listen to his medical staff. He does not listen to the board who went out and signed NICO Gonzalez with him to help out. He does not listen to the new coaches he's brought in. He does not listen. He does not want to improve. He wants to be Pep. He wants to win his way and only his way. It's his way or the highway. That is how Pep sees football. He sees evidence that his tactics are outdated and his solution is keep doing it until it works. He's stubborn, like a mule. But he's fucking stupid at this point. There's a difference between stubborn and stupid. Pep has reached the point where it's stupid, bro. He went from the best manager in the world in the treble season to fucking washed in a record amount of time. You know why? Blind fucking loyalty. I'm so done with this guy. How? How do you get in a player who I think every time he's played he's looked elite, and suddenly he's not crucial to your plans? Now, if the news was NICO Gonzalez does not enjoy the weather, okay, fair enough. That is not the news. The news is he is not crucial to Pep's plans. Baby Rodri, he told us. So why are you lying to us? You've done this for years. Why do you lie to us? This fucking cunt of a manager. He's a cunt, bro. He lies every fucking press conference. Can someone go talk to him? Can someone go ask him, why do you fucking tell lies to us? Why did you say he's baby Rodri and now you're fucking him off? Why are you lying? Why is he on the bench to Gundo and to Rodri, who your doctor told you not to play? Why? But no, the journalists don't ask these questions. You know what they ask? Hey Pep, how's your scar on your nose doing? Because everyone fucking cares about that. Apparently he wants to hurt himself, but that was a joke. So are you lying about that now too? Was that a joke? Was it not a joke? Bro, this manager has lost it. And bro, every fucking time, yeah, I put the slightest bit of faith in this guy, he fucking shows me why I'm wrong. Bro, it's a joke. It's a comedy session at this point. This club is a clown show. We laugh at Man United, yeah? That's where we're headed. Man United went from 3rd to 8th in one season. We finished 3rd last season. Was anyone gonna predict Man United finished 8th? No, they weren't. Was anyone gonna predict that Man United season after that was gonna finish 15th? No, they weren't. Bro, it can happen quickly. It can happen quickly. And the best players don't stick around for a sinking ship. The best players will say, fuck this, and leave. Because why would you say? Erling Haaland has a reason to say he's a Man City fan. Same with Foden. That's the only 2 players who have a reason to stay if this is a sinking ship. 2 players don't win you trophies. 2 players don't get you Champions League football. 2 players do fuck all. It's an 11-player sport. 2 players are fuck all. Okay, so it's great to have 2 great players, but they're not enough. So if this is a sinking ship, yeah, and Sherky wants to leave, and Marmoush wants to leave, because they see what happens to NICO Gonzalez, and then maybe Leenders will want to leave some point too, what players are we gonna have left? Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. Enjoy your new DM. The same guy we tried last season and failed horribly. Great. So maybe we'll play Kovacic, or he's on an injury. By the way, not that great last season as a DM either. And Pep doesn't rate him that much either, because he's benched Kovacic quite a few times for Gundogan. Even though Kovacic I do think is still better than Gundogan. No matter what you do, yeah? No matter what you do with this manager, he will find a way to grab a fucking wrench and throw it into the fucking machine and then give you the biggest fuck you in your face, and then he'll go around laughing, saying, oh, I'm the greatest manager of all time. Fuck you. Fuck you. This guy knows he would have been sacked from Barcelona. He knows he would have been sacked from Bayern München, from Real Madrid. Inter Milan even would have sacked him, and Inter Milan is a joke of a club right now. There is no club in world football outside of England that would have taken this guy after the season he's just had. No club. And he's making stuff worse. Whenever he finds a solution, it's not the solution he wants. He goes back to formula. And we lose. After the Nottingham Forest game. You remember that? You remember the Nottingham Forest game? I do. What happened there? So, Jack Grealish played in midfield and we had our treble season back line, right? Okay. Treble season back line, half of them got injured. Fair enough. I can't blame Pep for that. What I can blame Pep for is the fact that Jack Grealish had one good game, one bad game in midfield, and was dropped. Juventus, by the way, the bad game. Meanwhile, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, stinking it out of the gaff regular, they stay in the team. Jack Grealish, one good game, one bad game, get out. Get out, not good enough. Bernardo Silva, 10 good games, 20 bad games. Start every game, my guy. Every game, you can start it. Because I fucking love you. Please marry me. I'm done, bro. I'm done. This guy, I think he's a troll. I think he's joking at this. I think he's joking. I think he's a joker now. He looks at our team and he's like, hey, you know what would be a funny joke? If we sent NICO GONZALEZ off. I pray to God that this guy does not join Bayern München. Because if he joins Bayern München, that midfield is sorted. Their problem this season, yeah, for Bayern, was midfield and defense. He joins Bayern München, their midfield is sorted. I hope to God he doesn't. I hope to fucking God he doesn't. Because they could get Rodrigo, by the way. Think about this. Bayern München, Rodrigo, and NICO GONZALEZ. A player they get free from us. Great. What are we bringing in? Oh, Sherky. Sure, great. Sherky, I love him. Trainers? Okay. What about a DM? What about a right back? No. No. What do you mean, no? We went and bought a left back, where we could have played O'Reilly instead. And listen, I rate Aït-Nouri. But right back was bigger priority. So where is our right back? Oh, don't worry about that. How about Rico Lewis, right back, and Matheus Nunes, right back, and then we're gonna have Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, and maybe Foden, maybe Sherky, and midfield. And then when Sherky and Foden drop stinkers trying to carry the woeful midfield that is Gundogan and Bernardo Silva, we will blame them. And if you blame the old-timers, the fucking dinosaurs, you are toxic and negative. Wow. Wow. This is really where we're going as a club. You can't criticize anything. You can't... bro, this is beyond embarrassing. Bro, Khaldoon is part of the problem. Khaldoon is dick-sucking Pep over here. In every fucking interview he talks about how he wants Pep's dick in his mouth, bro. Khaldoon is part of the problem. He's got too friendly with this guy, bro. He's forgotten that he's Pep's boss. He's not a Pep's friend, he's Pep's boss. He's forgotten that shit. This is what happens when you get too friendly with your employees. This is why you have a split between work life and, well, real life, social life, personal life. This is why you have a split between work life and personal life. Because when you merge those two, you make wrong decisions in your work life. Khaldoon has gotten too friendly with this guy. Too friendly. Pep Guardiola has gotten too friendly with his players. Alex Ferguson, and I fucking hate that red bastard, yeah? Sir Alex, I'll never call him Sir, yeah? Sir Alex Ferguson, fuck that shit. I'll never call the cunt Sir. Not a Sir to me. He's a cunt. But he would have never done this. Let's be honest, he would have never allowed this. Alex Ferguson, yeah? You know what the difference is? They bent off the bad players and brought in the good players. No excuses of age, no excuses of contract this, contract that. You bend off the shit, you bring in the new. And if it doesn't work, oh well, you go again next season. But to go again next season, you need to rebuild. You don't rebuild by keeping Bernardo and Gundo over the new signing that you paid £60 million for 6 months ago. That is not a rebuild. There is no rebuild with this manager. He will not allow the new players to take the spotlight. It is not happening. Big up to him, by the way. Big up to him. Yeah, Noah Lang to Napoli. That's, by the way, look at Napoli. They just signed Noah Lang, a winger who can fucking score. They just signed Noah Lang. They just signed KDB. So if we play Napoli, yeah, I tell you this. We play Napoli, Lukaku, Noah Lang and McTominay. Them three are gonna score against us and De Bruyne will assist at least 2 of those. He's gonna play incredible against us. How are you? You don't even need to ask. Are you doing a watch along? Belgium plays today, so yes, Belgium's women's team. So yes, I will do a watch along to that. Because the only thing that can bring me joy is watching Spain. Because I believe we play against. I believe we play against Spain. That is the only thing that can bring me joy. Watching Spain destroy Belgium limb for limb. Because it reminds me of what Man City used to do. With Pep. And I used to love Pep. But every fucking day, I'm inching closer. I went from loving Pep to liking Pep to favoring Pep to being indifferent to starting to be annoyed with him. Now I went to disliking him. But the longer this goes on, yeah, the lower and lower Pep will go. I went from loving him to wherever the fuck he's now, bro. This guy needs to get out of the fucking club so that I can fucking respect him again. I cannot respect this guy until he leaves this club or he wins a fucking league title or Champions League. We're winning neither with Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Reinders midfield. That midfield is dog shit because Reinders will run for 2 old fucks and by the second half he'll be tired, done, he can't run anymore. Because in one game he will do the running for 3 people. So with 45 minutes, it's the most you can do. 45 minutes, most you can play like that. So Reinders, yeah, in that midfield, he's gonna drop stinker after stinker after stinker. And people will blame Reinders. But it's actually the fault of Gundo and Silva, who Reinders will be trying to cover. And by the way, Gundo and Silva will do fuck all too. They'll do fuck all too. Because they haven't done anything since Gundo came back and Bernardo Silva was already looking washed at the end of the 4th beat. By the way, guys, at the end of the 4th beat, I was saying Man City should sell Bernardo Silva, bring in Olise, and then we'll be sorted for next season. And people told me, yo, that's wild, Bernardo is a baller. Who's saying that now, guys? Who is saying this now? I see nobody saying this now. I think everybody forgot that Bernardo used to be a baller. Because it's been that long since he's played a genuinely good game. It's been that long. Let me go to my channel, yeah? Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys. I was talking about mad Bernardo Silva replacement. I was talking about a Bernardo Silva replacement every fucking week. It's gonna take a time to scroll through this, but... wait, what is this? Ruben Diaz injured. Yeah, there you go. Pep Guardiola got a lot of our players injured too. It won't take long to find it. Well, I can do this quicker actually. I can go into my videos and I can look this up. Silva. Bernardo Silva replacements. There you go. I was talking about Bernardo Silva replacements. Olise. Did I not do a video on Olise? No way. Who did I do a video on? Eze. It was Eze. Okay. I did a video on Eze saying I wanted Eze at Man City as a Silva replacement. I did bare videos here on Bernardo Silva replacements. You can go watch them. I'll even put the links in chat. That's how certain I am. Silva. There you go. There you go. Let me put them in here, yeah? Come on. There you go. Putting these links in quickly, just to prove that I actually did want Bernardo Silva out already. So, I'm not doing this to be a smart ass towards other fans, because I will never, unlike Pep Guardiola, I will never disrespect the fans. Every fan, regardless of your opinion, you are the fan. You can't be disrespected for your opinion as a fan. That's why I hate the you've got an agenda talk or shit like that. You cannot disrespect the fans. The reason I'm saying this shit is because why am I, as a fan, able to predict Bernardo Silva, Rodri, because I made a video about Rodri's injury. You don't even have to look up that one. There you go. These are Bernardo Silva's videos, where I said I want Bernardo out, because I thought he was starting to get washed. And then if I go back to my channel, again, it won't take long. Look at this. If you go to my most watched videos, oh, sorry, wrong tab. If you go to my most watched videos, you will immediately see here, popular, Rodri is done. There you go. I predicted this. June the 20th. June the 20th. I predicted what was gonna happen to Rodri. Why am I able to predict this, but Pep isn't? Oh, Jesus Christ. This ad starts playing really loud suddenly. Why am I able to predict this, but Pep isn't? Am I a genius? Am I a genius, guys? Or is this shit just really fucking obvious for anyone who watches football? I guess I'm a genius. No, I'm not a fucking genius. Pep Guardiola is done and dusted. Theo had done this to Saudi, by the way. They're moving. Oh, back up to AC Milan. They're keeping a proper goalkeeper. You know who we are keeping? Oh, two wonderful goalkeepers. Ederson can't save a shot. And Ortega sometimes makes a save, but not often enough. Ortega is decent, but not good enough. I think as a bench goalkeeper he's okay, but certainly not starting quality. Anyhow, doesn't matter. Pep asked both of them to stay as our starting goalkeepers next season. Oh, but don't worry, we will immediately go buy a left back, which is not our biggest priority. We'll go buy a left back. And you can't criticize the signing. You know why? Because it's a good player. Yeah, I know he's a good player, but he's not who we needed. Aitnuri is a great player. We already had O'Reilly there. You can go sign Aitnuri if you get a right back and if you get a goalkeeper on top of him. Not Aitnuri alone, but we're making it even worse. While we sign Aitnuri, we go and put statements out like this guy, NICO GONZALEZ, is not crucial. That's a statement. NICO GONZALEZ is not crucial. Sorry? If NICO GONZALEZ is not crucial, but Bernardo Silva is, are we gonna give Bernardo Silva another 10-year contract? Give Bernardo Silva a 10-year contract. Give him the same contract Erling Haaland has, bro. Bernardo Silva, let him play here until he's fucking 80. He'll be the oldest active footballer in history. Who is the oldest active footballer in history? Probably that Japanese guy, right? He was like 55. Bro, we will be there. 56th birthday of Bernardo Silva on the pitch. We will celebrate oldest footballer to ever play in the Premier League. Bernardo, Gundo, Kovacic, Stones, Akanji, and Diaz are trash. Diaz, I think, I am willing to give Diaz a season to come back from his bad season. You know why? Because if he can't, we've got Gusenov on the bench, who at any moment can take his spot. At any moment, Gusenov can come on and take his spot. But all of these guys you listed before him, again, Ake can still do maybe a bench role. All of these guys, they have to go. They have to go, absolutely. Big up Alf, hit the like and subscribe. Big up to Godfrey. I need God right now. I need God to bring me back from this fucking pain. I can't even read this name, so I'm not gonna try. But that guy is going to Napoli. Another player to Napoli. Look at that. Napoli making moves. But we just saw that performance against Al Hilal. And you know what we should do? We should bin off the guy who can stop us from having performances like that. Think about it. Think about it, guys. We played Al Hilal. What went wrong against Al Hilal? We had no DM. That went wrong. That's what went wrong. We got overrun in midfield. We had no DM. That's what went wrong. Easy solution. Easy solution. Lesson learned. Just start playing NICO G. He's our DM. Rodri, great, but he's not ready to play week in, week out. He's not ready. He needs more time to get back. So until Rodri is ready, you play NICO G. Easy solution. Unless you say NICO G is not important. It's not crucial to your plans going forward. Whatever the fuck that means. This manager, yeah, I'll swear it down. Yeah, he must have a roulette in his house. You know what a roulette wheel is? He must have one of those, and every day he spins it to decide what the next player is he's gonna fuck off. He spins it in January. Let's see, who are we fucking off? Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, he spent it this summer. Who are we fucking off? NICO Gonzalez. Great guys. NICO Gonzalez not crucial. This guy, it's so fucking random. Like, why Nico G? It's so random. I know he's not played, but if you think about it, if you actually think about it, forget how much he's played, because those decisions are also random. Why Nico G? It's such a random choice. I can understand Doku. Again, I understand people who argue for Doku in, but I can understand Doku out. Savio, same story. Why Nico Gonzalez? Has he been that bad? Have I watched different games than, am I watching different games than Pep Guardiola? I don't know. I don't know, bro. I'm lost with this guy. I'm lost. Was Ortega in goal that game? I think he was, yeah. Because Ederson was injured, right? Ederson was injured. Nah, he's old. How much did City pay for Gonzalez? 60 million euros or 60 million pounds. I'm not sure if it's 60 euros or 60 pounds. Magnon was available. He's staying at AC Milan, though. Just news came in that he is staying at AC Milan. I'm speechless over this Nico rumors. No matter how I look at it, doesn't make sense. This manager, bro, is taking the piss. He's fucking up our long-term future. I don't care how good Pep is. He's leaving in 1 or 2 years. Our long-term future is more important to those 1 or 2 years. We can't be allowed to fuck over our long-term future because he may have 2 good years left in him. He can't be allowed to do that. It makes 0 sense, zilch. Someone who is a proper backup 6, a good number 8 option, and clearly a player with a high ceiling, good attitude, and still extremely young. He's 26, but I agree with everything you said there, except the extremely young part. He's played like 2 bad games in my opinion. Everton, he was bad, but not a disaster. But like, I mean, that's the thing as well. When he plays bad, like the Everton game, he's not a disaster. He plays bad, but he's not a disaster, like Akanji is sometimes. But Akanji gets trusted, and Nico G, fuck off. Why? You don't need to fuck off these players just because you don't like them. If you don't like them, yeah, just tell us honestly in the press, I don't like this guy, we don't work well together, and that's why he's leaving. Honestly, it's that simple. If you don't like this guy, go to the media, say he's a good player, but we don't work well together, and that's why he's leaving. There will be no meltdown if that's what's happening, and you just say it honestly. But when you lie to us about how good he is, according to you, when you lie to us for months on end about what will happen at the club, when you lie to us about Nico Gonzalez, then when he suddenly looks like he's about to leave, yeah, there's gonna be a meltdown. Because you're telling us lies. Nobody knows what's happening. That's why there's meltdowns. Stop lying. Honest to God, I've said this like 2 or 3 months ago about Pep. He needs to stop lying and tell us the truth. Because no matter what the truth is, yeah, if he tells us the truth, there will be no meltdowns like this. They won't happen. Because we'll know what's happening, we'll understand it, and we'll give them time to work it out. When we're left in the dark, this is what happens. We lose our fucking head. And why should we not? We don't know what he's doing with this fucking club anymore. Gonzalez leaving doesn't make sense at all. I mean, yeah, that's what I've been ranting about for the past half an hour. I agree. I just came across this your channel. Thank you for subscribing. And I read Sack Pep. Is that what you guys are talking about? Yeah. I'm talking about all the reasons why we should sack Pep, and I'm still on only reason 1, which is what he's done with 30 minutes, still on reason 1. 1 second, I'm getting called. 1 second. My apologies. My brother called me. He's going out. I don't know why he needed to call me for that. Anyhow, I'm only on reason 1 so far. I'm only on reason 1. Bro, I can keep going. I don't want to keep going, but I can keep going. Bro, this club has taken my soul out of me at this point. Because you know what the thing is, yeah? People say it's only 1 bad season. I disagree. A bad season is 1920. That's a bad season. Nobody in their right mind wanted Pep Guardiola out in 1920. Nobody that I know of. And including myself. This is different. This is completely different. He has openly admitted in the press that he is not reviewing games. He has openly admitted that he's not reviewing games. When he loses, he admitted he did not review the FA Cup final. How can you lose an FA Cup final and you don't review the game? This guy, how can you learn from your mistakes when you don't look at what your mistakes were? It's impossible to learn from your mistakes when you don't review the games. That is why he makes the same mistake over and over and over. He's not reviewing the games. People who think he'll fix up magically, it won't happen until he starts trying to learn from his mistakes. It won't happen. It can't happen. You can't learn from mistakes that you don't acknowledge. The first step yet to learning from your mistakes is acknowledging your mistakes. He's not even doing that much. Whenever he loses a game, he gets out, says, I've got 4 in a row. He gets home. He drinks whatever the fuck he likes to drink. What does Pep like to drink? Probably a martini or something. He drinks whatever he likes to drink. And he forgets about football. That's what I feel like is happening right now. I hope the fuck he stays there, Gundo. Because I respect Gundo, yeah? I don't want this fan base to turn on Gundo the way we've turned on Ederson. Because, bro, it's gonna be mad when Gundo plays next season. And people start getting angry at him. I agree, Kovacic leaving makes more sense. Okay, he just got injured. Maybe it's difficult to make him leave. But he will be back in time for August. If you play him in August, show off he's still decent, you can find a decent buyer because there's a football within him. Especially in a slower league. Serie A, you're willing to accept a cheaper price, you get him sold so easily. So easily you'll get him sold. It's ridiculous. So we've wasted money again onto midfield. Calvin Phillips is not Pep's fault, let's be honest. Not Pep's fault, but just a general trend in the club. Calvin Phillips, we bought him for 45, I believe, 45 million. He flopped massively. NICO Gonzalez, we bought him for 60 million, and he actually looked good. And we're fucking him off. Mateus Nunes, who was supposed to be a midfielder, could not play a game in midfield. Fuck, he's not played 1 game in midfield, you know that. He's not played 1 game in midfield. We've tried to buy Declan Rice, we were too late. We tried to buy Jude Bellingham, but we couldn't. You know why we couldn't? Because he was almost ready to come. Jude Bellingham wanted Man City to add a special clause, a relegation clause to his contract. In case Man City got relegated, that he could leave the club on a free. Jude Bellingham wanted that. That is why Jude Bellingham did not sign at Man City. Because City did not give him a relegation clause. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought that this club was 100% certain that we were not going to get found guilty. So again, lies. From the entire, it's not just Pep. I need to give Pep some credit here, if this even counts as giving credit. It's not just Pep. The entire club is lying to us. They lied to us about the ticket situation. They lied to us about the transfers. They're lying to us about 115 from what I can tell right now. I mean, just looking at that Jude Bellingham deal. Either something's wrong that you're not telling us, or that's just stupid. Pick your poison. So, this club, yeah, it's lies after lies. Of course the fans get angry. How can you not get angry when Pep Guardiola tells you this is baby Rodri, and 3 months later he's on the cutting block to go off? How can you not get angry when you get lied to so blatantly in your face? And also, oh, sorry, I just read this. I've just read this. But I agree. We faced money again on midfield. And remember the away game in the FA Cup? Ortega was a disaster. Yeah, you're right. He was a disaster that game. The reason why I said extremely young is in terms of his experience. I see where you're going. I see where you're going at the top level. For a long time, from his time at Barca, when he broke through to his Porto journey. We knew months ago, after Rodri injury, that we needed an 8-6. We knew before. The fan base was crying out for Bruno Guimaraes. You know what Pep did? He told the board. Remember this year, Pep Guardiola admitted to this. Pep Guardiola told the board, we don't need new players. He told the board, we don't need new players. The fan base was crying out for Bruno Guimaraes. Pep said, we don't need new players. We could have had Bruno Guimaraes. We could have had NICO GONZALEZ, who actually plays. But Pep is making these decisions. Pep. People try to shift the blame onto the players. Some players play poorly, but they try to shift the blame onto the players, onto the board. When Pep makes these decisions, Pep has to be questioned. And when the board makes these decisions, the board has to be questioned. You have to put the blame where it belongs. Just because you like Pep does not mean he's exempt from criticism. Remember Soriano? The fan base was mad at Soriano. Soriano out. Fuck Soriano. He is the guy that made Man City successful. But nobody cares, because Soriano is in the background. Soriano is the guy who came in Man City without new ideas. He invented City Football Group. That was Soriano's idea. He created City Football Group. He created the multi-club ownership system that so many clubs are trying to copy now. That is Soriano's work. He got us rich. He got these sponsorship deals over the line. That's Soriano's work. And we turned on him in a second. But Pep, when he makes the same mistakes, we sleep. We sleep. Why is it such a double standard? I don't get it. I don't get it. Every word is true. It's true, unfortunately. Well said. Bro, I don't want this. I hope this manager goes fucking invincible or something. But bro, that ain't happening, is it? That ain't happening. Imagine we are all Liverpool fans. I no. No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I'm a Man City fan, yeah? I'm a Man City fan. I mean, that's a Club Brugge shirt. This is a Man City shirt. I'm a Man City fan. Not a Pep fan. This, yeah? This badge. Not the manager. This badge. This is what I'm a fan of. Not the manager. Not any player. The club. Yeah? The club. Sell Nico to us. Big up to Oliver. Big up to Oliver. Bro, if you had NICO GONZALEZ and Grealish in midfield together with Madison, you'd cook. You would cook. Leenders as Man City manager. I don't know how good he'd be as a manager, but he can't be making worse calls than Pep Guardiola right now. I mean, it's ridiculous. Man United got a new player. Fuck Man United. Thanks. We are cooked in the Premier League. Bro, we're cooked everywhere. Premier League, we're gonna get destroyed. Bro. Let me show you guys our first 5 fixtures in the Premier League. Let me show you guys. Let me tell me what you guys think, yeah, of these first 5 fixtures. So the first is Wolves away. Wolves away. Okay, we can win against Wolves away. Tottenham at home. This is Thomas Frank's Tottenham. Don't be mistaken, yeah. This is not Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham. This is Thomas Frank's Tottenham. The same guy who got Mbeumo, a random who nobody knew of, and Wissa, who scored 20 goals each. Random is maybe a bit heavy on Mbeumo, but Wissa, nobody really cared about him. He was backup striker. 20 goals each. That is what Thomas Frank did, while being incredibly well drilled defensively. That Tottenham team comes to Man City at home. If we play with Gundogan, with Nigel Silva in midfield, we lose. Brighton, same story. Man United, I mean, fuck United, we'll win against them. and Arsenal, we lose that game. 3 out of the first 5 games of the Premier League season you lose. 3 out of the first 5. That is not how we should be moving. I should not be looking at these fixtures and be scared. I should look at Arsenal and think we're about to pam them 5-0. But I'm not. Because I know Arsenal just signed Victor Gyökeres. And what are we doing? We're ranking with our manager who's fucking off the player who could have turned this game from a 3-4 into a 3-1 in our favor. That's the difference. You don't get done on the counter like that when you have a DM. A proper DM. Not fucking Gundogan at the vintage age, bruv. Gundogan might as well be in a shelter at this home, a shelter home. This manager, bro. If NICO leaves, while I see Kova and Bernardo say, the club has lost it. Let's place the blame where it belongs. Pep has lost it. Because Pep makes those decisions. And Khaldoon has lost it for allowing Pep to be our manager if he makes those decisions. Let's not use this archaic the club. Let's use names here. There are names to be used. Pep and Khaldoon. Those are the names. Because Hugo Viana comes in, great transfers. They mean zilch if Pep does this stuff. We might as well resign all of the older players if Pep refuses to use players that are being resigned. Absolutely. I'm starting to get frustrated. I don't get it. Because it's if Nico goes, sorry, watch us not sign a replacement. We will not sign a replacement. If Nico goes, he goes. There will be no replacement. Don't dream about it. It's not happening. Then you have O'Reilly or Rico, who could play in the middle. Rico is not good enough. I like Rico, but he's not good enough to be in our midfield. Especially not to fill Rodri's shoes. Do you know what Rodri is a Ballon d'Or winner? Rico Lewis is not going into a Ballon d'Or winner's place and playing well enough. And I like him. But he's not good enough for that role. And O'Reilly, it will be his first season in midfield. I'm not saying he can't do it because we haven't seen it. But we haven't seen it. So we can't assume he can. Game day 3 again. Bro, the Kuiper has scored against us, you know? The Kuiper has scored against Man City. The Kuiper, bro, watch it. The Kuiper is gonna get on the edge of the area. He loves doing this, yeah? Edge of the area, he's gonna cut inside and girdle one in top bins. That's what's gonna happen. I can see it coming from light years away, even. Making all the fans have prime head loss. You know what I hate the most about this? It's that the fans are in constant war with each other. Because, fans, you can debate, and you can debate strongly. Go look at Martin and I, when we're on panel shows together. We debate very heavily on subjects. Do I agree with Martin on a lot? Mancunian way, by the way. No. You know what I hate about this? It's the fact that we disagree so much, yeah? That the fan base is now divided and starting attacking the other sides of the fan base. We should not be going after other fans. We should be going after the club. But the club is so defended, yeah? That we can't even do that. And this is what we're creating. We're creating a toxic fan base, we're creating a toxic environment, we're creating a shit football club. Everything is getting worse because of this. And it's... where can you lay the blame? I'm genuinely asking you, where do you put the blame if not Pep Guardiola? I think we could have finished second and won the FA Cup, in De Bruyne's last season, by the way, if we managed the season better. If we played Nico Gonzalez more. If we played Ruslanov more. Or you're gonna pay 5 million extra. Bro. Fuck the 5 million extra. Fuck the 5 million extra. Just play him, because you need to play him. And 5 million is nothing to a club like Man City. Bro, Pep Guardiola himself said it. Pep Guardiola himself said, if I was at Barca, I would have been sacked. Because Barca is a real club. We are not a real club, bro. We are Friendship FC. Bro. This is why you need to separate work life and personal life, because you can't make the correct decisions anymore at some point. You can't invest in the squads just for it to not be used. I'm starting to lose faith. I lost faith a long time ago. I got new Manchester City app. News of my Man City app, sorry. Yeah, I don't use City app anymore. It's fucking waffle on it. I can't lie. I stopped using the City app during the ticket situation. Because you remember during the ticket situation, where it was like, oh, there's news about the tickets. We're gonna do something, and then they didn't. I deleted the City app then. Because I was done with it. Pep just wants to spend. He becoming a disgrace of a manager. Barcelona fan, by the way. Catalan, tell me what Barcelona fans think of Pep. Is he the greatest manager to ever live and breathe? Or is he the guy who ran away when you didn't win the league title, when you really needed him to stay? Oh yeah, he's the latter. If Pep thinks that in 2025, with United will cover Tijani, who's not a 6, is enough, he's lost it. Absolutely. We are playing Paul that club out of Italy. Pep favoritism and decision making is starting to kill me. His endgame management is terrible too. His endgame management, where has it gone? You remember the FA Cup final against Man United? You bring on Doku sooner, we win that game. Real Madrid, exact same story. Last season, FA Cup final. You bring on a DM quickly, NICO GONZALEZ on your bench. You bring in an extra attacker. You can quickly turn that FA Cup final around. But he's waiting all game to make substitutions. There is no in-game management. Feyenoord, he took off our only DM, which was Gundogan. And not great, but still our only DM. He did not bring on a different 6. He brought on a 10. Took off our 6, brought on a 10. What happened? We got cooked on the counter. We went from 3-0 to 3-3. Which is why I said sack Pep, because he was 100% to blame for that loss. Draw, sorry. I see it as a loss, though. It might as well be. Honestly, one of the most shocking and worst games in out of recent history. Look at how much we've spent since January, and he's still talking about using the experience. Bro, let me talk about experience, yeah? Tijani Reinders, 26 years old, experienced Serie A midfielder. Experience, Tijani Reinders. Kovacic, experienced midfielder. NICO GONZALEZ is an experienced 26-year-old midfielder. So we're talking about experience here. We've got 3 experienced midfielders who are better than the players Pep is using. Experience is waffle. We don't have an experience problem at this club, not remotely so. Not remotely so. The subs management generally is becoming horrific. Yeah, you remember the game against Arsenal? You remember that game? 5-1. Now, you know, I do watch longs to football games. I said, now take off the old players after the 1-1. I said, take off the old players because their legs will give in. Because that's what happened against PSG, by the way. Talk about endgame management. PSG, these old players, 45 minutes good, then they turn to shit. And now they can't even do 45 minutes anymore. Yeah? I said, substitute off these old players and play out the game. What did Pep do? Nothing. Nothing. As he watched us go from 1-1 to 2-1 to 3-1 to 4-1 to 5-1. He did nothing. That is the greatest manager of all time. I genuinely don't think people know what managers they're comparing Pep to. They are comparing Pep to George Graham, to Alex Ferguson, to Jose Mourinho. And you are telling me, to Johan Cruyff even, that he is so far above them in infallibility that it's no debate? Ridiculous. None of these managers would have been given the light of day if they made these decisions. None of them. And how do I know that? Johan Cruyff came in, revolutionized Barcelona, sacked. You then win the league title for 2 seasons. He won the cup. He won the Super Cup. Finished second twice to Real Madrid. But sacked. He did not win the league title. He literally did more than Pep in those 2 seasons. But he was sacked. And we're talking about a great Jose Mourinho. Champion at Chelsea. Next season sacked. They're not good enough anymore. No other manager gets the special treatment of Pep Guardiola. No other manager. After Feyenoord. Yeah, after Feyenoord is when I was done with it. That's when I was done. It's to the point, I'm sorry, but it's insanity. This has been insanity. This is absolute insanity, bro. You can't make the same mistake over and over. Like, I'm sorry. If we have the exact same performances, but you are changing stuff up, you're playing the plays everyone wants to see played, we can't blame Pep, can we? But that's not what's happening. What's happening is, he plays the players the fans want to play, we win. Plays the players the fans don't want to play, he loses. Or he draws. And then he says, I've got 4 Premier Leagues, fuck the fans, let me go to my gaff and drink some wine. Or whatever the fuck he likes to drink. It's ridiculous, man, it's ridiculous. You cannot be making crazy decisions. Oh, Pep can. No worries, he's infallible. He is absolutely infallible, because he's got trophies. And I'm not gonna diss the trophies, yeah? Trophies are trophies. The chess speaks for itself. If you don't know that quote, I mean, I'm not gonna explain it, but the chess speaks for itself. The trophies speak for themselves. But the trophies aren't everything. Trophies in football, yeah, are like statistics. People who are like, oh yeah, Nico Williams is the best winger in Spain because he gets more goals than Lamine Yamal. That's what trophies does. Like, that makes no sense, does it? That's the same comparison you're making. But Pep, oh, he's got trophies, don't worry. That costs the club and affects players negatively. It's affecting players negatively as well. These players, they're losing confidence, they're getting destroyed on social media. And what are we doing? What are we doing about it? What are we doing to prevent these players getting abused? Nothing. Because Pep is God. Pep is God. Don't criticize Pep. I've got 4 league titles. But the players, oh, go in. Go all in on the players, man. Go all in on these players. Ajax is moving. Okay. Don't worry about Ajax. Bro, Ajax will beat us at this point. Ajax bottled the league title, but they'll still beat us if we play them in the Champions League. Not even joking, but Pep is going mad. He is going mad, bro. He's been going mad for a while now. Look at how we play now instead of getting the best out of our players. We play scared. We don't play scared, we play Pep ball. That's a problem. Pep Guardiola plays this way, he wants to play this way. His football is becoming outdated, fast becoming outdated. People don't realize this, yeah? But here's some truth, yeah? Jose Mourinho was equally as revolutionary to the sport of football as Pep Guardiola. But Jose Mourinho revolutionized the sport in a defensive way, while Guardiola revolutionized it in an attacking way. And people like attacking more than defending. So people don't realize that Jose Mourinho revolutionized the sport in the same degree as Pep Guardiola. Jose Mourinho, after 20 years, became washed. His tactics became outdated. Every manager that was coming through had learned from Jose Mourinho's tactics. They were the basics for their ideas. And it did not work anymore. Pep Guardiola, it's been 20 years now, nearly 20 years now, should I say, since his breakthrough. All the managers who are coming through now, Pep Guardiola's revolutionary tactics are basics now. People need to understand that. The basics of football is what made Pep Guardiola revolutionary. He needs to move on from these ideas. They're basic now. Every manager knows them out of the back of their head. Scrubs, like Xavi Hernandez, knows these things out of the back of his head. Oliver Glasner knows these things out of the back of his head. Now that's how he dunked on us in an FA Cup final. This is basics at this point. 20 years. 20 years is the time it takes for something to go from revolutionary to basic knowledge. We're getting close to 20 years, Pep. Where are your signs of adapting? Because he's still using the exact same philosophy. What is Pep's philosophy? Let me explain quickly. In Pep's own words, football is a game of spaces and controlling the spaces, then moving the ball between the spaces that you control and limiting the spaces that the opponent controls. Pep's own words. That is his philosophy. He's never moved away from that philosophy. He's never going to heavy metal football, which is what we're hoping for. I think that's what the fan base is hoping for. I don't even know what the fan base wants anymore. I don't know what Pep wants. I don't know what the fan base wants. We all want something, but I have no idea what we want. But he's not going to become heavy metal football. He's not going to become free-flowing football. He's not going to become chaos ball. He's not going to become German football. German football is long ball and technical balls. He's not going to become kick and rush. He's not going to become defensive. He's going to stay with his philosophy. It's getting to the point where the rebuild will only be complete when Pep goes. Uncomfortable conversations, Luke. I'm taking the piss. You're right, though. You're right. I hope he would have smacked out of it by now, but he's still making stupid mistakes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Big up to Luke, by the way. And to Tizzy City. Both of you. Feel free to put your links in the chat. Both of you. Subscribe to Alf for this generational brand. Thank you, that's sealed. I'm grateful for everything that Pep has done and achieved. But you can't justify some of the stuff he has been doing. So, thank you, Pep, for everything you've done. However, you get out, so I can remember you fondly, and I can still enjoy the future of this club. Because the future with Pep is grim. It's grim, bro. It's grim. Remember, the rebuild was delayed because of him. Exactly. It was delayed because of Pep. Pep said, I don't want new players. Pep's own words. Maybe I'd take him. Maybe. The dumbest thing is why would you use players that clearly cannot play your system anymore? Bro, he does not review games. This is the problem. He doesn't go back and review the games. So he doesn't realize. He does not realize what the problem is. He can't realize because he is not reviewing games. He admitted it. He's not reviewing games. How can you learn when you don't review games? I'm sorry, I make a lot of chess analogies. People know this by now. I like chess, but let me use another chess analogy. You want to know the quickest way to get better at chess? You play a game, you win, draw or lose, you review the game. That is the quickest way to improve at chess. Football is the same. You win, draw or lose. The quickest way to improve is you review the game you win, draw or lose. Pep is not reviewing any game. Losses, draws, wins, none of them. None of them he's reviewing. He's admitted so much himself. Blooming, fuming. Blooming, fuming. There you go. Big up to Liam, too. Feel free to come on my show at 7. Is that 7 UK time? If you can do 6, yeah. If you can do 6, I'll be there. I'll be there if you can do 6. 7 might be a bit difficult. Where are all the people that accused me of clickbait, saying this might be true? Apparently there was no chance. Yeah, I guess Fabrizio Romano is just clickbaiting. The most trustworthy ITK, I suppose. I'm usually, and Build as well. Build reported this too. It's Build reporting this. Fabrizio reporting this. That Bailey guy. What was his name? Liam. What was his name of the guy who reported it first? Oh, by the way, Liam. That guy, yeah. He was the first to report Nouri to Man City. He was the first to report NICO Gonzalez may leave. What is his name? You will remember. I forgot. You will remember. Tell me his name. Because that guy, Bild, and Fabrizio, all of them are reporting the same thing. And 3 different sources with no links to each other all report the same story. Listen, it may just be so that the story is true. I'm usually one to make excuses for him, no matter what he does, but I can't anymore. It's getting ridiculous now. The fact that these NICO rumors are legit tell you all you need to know. And which midfielder will want to come know it. You make a great point. Because people are saying, oh, we just replaced Nico Gonzalez. With who? Who wants to come? What midfielder looks at Man City right now, sees that Man City is fucking off all these midfielders and thinks, I want to go to Man City. Man City's last 3 midfielders purchased are Calvin Phillips, Mateus Nunes, and what's his name? Nico Gonzalez. That is our 3 midfielders in a row that Man City purchased. Absolute flops. Nico Gonzalez by no fault of his own. Merely because Pep refuses to trust him. What midfielder looks at that? Because people need to think like footballers sometimes. We all, as fans, all of us make this mistake. We all think we all think in the mindset of a fan, not of a footballer. As a footballer, you look at a club. Your agent looks at a club. He shows you all this information and he shows you a different club. And your agent tells you, realistically, you can play this many minutes at Man City and this many minutes at this club. Realistically, you're gonna be this likely to get sold off at Man City and this likely to get sold off at Children's Club. Why would you want to come to Man City when all the information you're being told by the agent as a midfielder is negative? You would not want to come. I think 6 should be fine, to be honest. Okay, I'll come on at 6 then. I'll come on at 6. Feel free to drop your link. Get Ardon Yashari. Why would he want to come? AC Milan is in for him, who is doing a complete rebuild, but they're doing it right. AC Milan is in for him. He is an AC Milan fan. And at AC Milan, he'll start every game. Because he's the 2nd best DM in the world. The only 6 better than him is Rodri. And Frankie de Jong when he's fit, but he's never fit. So why would you come to Man City? You wouldn't. And people were wondering why Words rejected us. Why not? You look at that, why not? What are your chances of being put on the bench? Look at Shetty. He's on the bench, a bunch. Oh, next season, Shetty will start playing, and why do you believe that? Why do you believe Shetty will start playing next season? He's gonna be on the bench a lot next season. And he's gonna start regretting coming to Man City. Watch. Coming in and having to earn your place is fine, absolutely. But not even being given the chance is a huge red flag. He's gonna be coming off the bench, bro. He's gonna be coming off the bench. Pep does not want to change. Pep has made up his mind, and Pep is God. God can never be wrong, so you just have to follow orders. Good soldiers follow orders, guys. And that's what we're saying. Good soldiers follow orders. Stop thinking. Stop having your own thoughts. Do whatever Pep wants you to do. Pep wants you to sit on the bench. Sit on the bench. Oh, but I can play over here and win trophies. Oh, shocker. Top players don't want to sit on the bench. I am exasperated. Top players don't want to hold bench and win nothing. Wow. Who could have guessed that? So, why do people think Ryan Shetty will play next season? Because he's good, of course, but he's held bench in the Club World Cup. In the Club World Cup, Shetty is on the bench. What is it to show that he'll play next season? Nothing, is there? There's nothing to show that he'll play next season. This is why I want Bernardo to go. Pep will not choose Cherky over Bernardo. I agree. Viana has no attachment to these players. Get rid of Bernardo, Gundo, and Kovacic. Hey. Viana is Pep's boss. I'm just saying. Viana is Pep Guardiola's boss. And if Pep Guardiola plays Gundogan, Bernardo, Kovacic, Viana can't get rid of them. It will be impossible to convince them to go to a different club, because they'll get minutes. So how about you sack the guy who's doing dog shit right now in football tactics and transfer windows and talent ID even at this point. He's doing woeful. So how about we sack him? He's giving me Klopp vibes in his last season, just playing favorite players, never dropping them. Hey bro, he's tired. I'm tired. I am tired. Guys? Think guys. I am tired. So fuck off, bruh. Fuck off. This cunt. Bro, he's taking the piss out of me. Also no joke, how does a player improve and gain experience if the manager won't play them? Bro, the problem is he doesn't have experience. But to get experience you need to play. But to play you need experience. But to get experience you need to play. It's a circle. It's circular reasoning. It's a logical fallacy. These people can't think logically. It's a logical fallacy. That's what's going on. How can you expect a new player to be perfect if you won't play them? So, Rodri was not perfect when he first came in. Rodri was getting killed when he first came in. Not as hard as how it plays now, but that was pretty much very hard for back then. He was getting destroyed, bro, for how he was playing. And now he's Ballon d'Or winner. You know why? Because he played 86% of the games he was available. In his first season, Rodri played 86% of games he was available. And NICO GONZALEZ, his first season, he played only 48% of games where he was available. That's not including even that some of those games Nico G came off the bench, whereas Rodri started most of those. Rodri only got as good as he is because he played football. That's the only reason why. You can't get good at football if you don't play football. You can't get good at cricket, at swimming, at pool. You can't get good at anything unless you do it. Like card tricks. Look at this. Look at this, guys. I've got a deck of cards here. You can't get good at doing a riffle shuffle unless you train your riffle shuffles. And I suck at riffle shuffles. So how do you get better? You fucking train your riffle shuffles. That's how you get better at them. And then you get good. I don't even know if you can see that on camera or not. I hope you can. But see, that's how you get good at it. That's how you get good at riffle shuffles. You practice them. You don't get good at anything if you don't do it. You don't get good at playing football if you don't play football. It's that simple. I don't know what other analogy I can use here. But unless you play, you don't get good. I am only decent at riffle shuffles because I practice them. It's that simple. Sorry, I didn't even read this. August 9th, Friendly Woo. Wait, Friendly Woo? Can't wait for Bernardo, Gundo, Kovacic midfield in a friendly. We've got a friendly on August 9th. Against who? Who are we playing? On August 9th. Which is, by the way, just 7 days before the Premier League season starts. Not sure why we're scheduling friendlies that close to the season starts, but oh well. City will lose to Palermo. Palermo is not in Europe though, so we can't. How can you learn on the bench while you have declining midfields dropping stinkers? You can't. You can't. Look at how the Club World Cup, perfect time for NICO with Tijani and Gusnov and with Reis. But we need experience. Bro. People say we need experience, and then they will also say, oh, but the Club World Cup was a pre-season tournament. So if you believe one or the other, fine. but you can't believe both at the same time. Because if the Club World Cup was pre-season, why did all the old players play? Why? If we need experience, know how to get experience, play the players. Club World Cup, perfect opportunity because it's a pre-season, right? But no, these people, yeah, they hold so many contradicting beliefs. You can believe one or the other, but come on, guys. Step back. Think about it. You can't hold both of these beliefs at the same time. And yet so many people do. And once again, I'm not trying to disrespect any fan. Pep may do that, because Pep is a cunt. He disrespects the fans all the time. But I don't want to disrespect any fans. You disagree with me, that's fine. I will disagree with you vehemently. But I will respect you. But when you disagree with someone, you need to give a good argument. You need to think about what you say before you say it. You can't just tell people you're wrong because you have an agenda. You can't just tell people you're wrong because Pep is intelligent and you are not. I can look at other managers. Arne Slot. Arne Slot knew better than Pep. Oliver Glasner knew better than Pep. So I don't need to know more than Pep to look at managers who have done better than Pep in recent years to know that Pep is underperforming. So when you disagree with people, you can do that, but use logical arguments. Also, if you can't start over Bernardo, Gundogan, who do not start with any other side, top side, sorry, how do you gain confidence? You don't. No, that not in Europe. I said not in Europe. I've been to Palermo. I think Palermo just got promoted, didn't they? I think they only just promoted. So they in Serie A for the first time in their history. Big up to Palermo. Sorry, but people will blame anyone but the person that is causing this. Know what it is, yeah? Know what it is? The person causing this just happens to be my favorite person. That's what it is. People did not want to blame Kevin when he dropped stinkers. People do not want to blame Gundo when he dropped stinkers. You know why? Because they've had these people for a long time and they love these. People refuse to acknowledge that Foden was playing bad. You know what's funny? Foden is not playing bad, but suddenly he's back. Okay, let me say that one more time. So, Foden is not playing badly, according to some people. But now, after the Club World Cup, the same people have told me that Foden is back. Back from what? Someone tells me Foden is not playing badly, and then they tell me now he's back. Back from what? These people, when it's going well, oh, my player is back. When it's going bad, he's not playing bad though. He's not playing badly. They only acknowledge the bad once it's done. They, you know what little kids do? La 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 la. That's what little kids do. That's what people do when their favorite player is attacked. Genuinely what they do. It's so frustrating, man. It's so frustrating. I don't give a fuck about any given player or manager. Bro, I've seen players come and go. I don't want these players to get killed on social media because they can't keep it up anymore. Defending these players when they play bad is not helping with that. Not at all. It's a massive contradiction. For example, everyone was meant to get minutes. But why did Gundo, Bernardo, Akanji play majority of the minutes? Because Pep loves him. Pep loves them. People need to start being honest with themselves. But it's difficult to be honest with yourself. Because, I mean, this is where perspective comes into play as well. Think about it this way, yeah? The average Man City fan will not go on the internet and look at YouTube videos or streams like this. They won't. But the average Man City fan will not go on Twitter and look at what Fabrizio Romano is posting. Or on Facebook to see what Fabrizio Romano posted there. He posts a lot on Facebook. Go check out Fabrizio's Facebook, by the way. He says a lot there that he doesn't put on Twitter. But anyone who wants to know how to get a lot of information from Fab, But anyhow, besides the point. Most fans watch the games and that's it. That's what most fans do. You know how I know that? Because before I started my channel, I never used to look up what Fabrizio posted. I never used to watch these YouTube streams. I only got as into football as I am now in the treble season. I was watching Man City well before that, and I watched the games. That's all I did. I watched the games, I watched the report, I watched the highlights, and that's the day for me, right? It's only at the start of the treble season, end of the season before that, that I became a hardcore fan. People who aren't hardcore fans don't notice all the same issues because they're not reviewing the games, they're not looking back at transfer decisions, they're not doing this stuff. They aren't doing this stuff. The only thing they're doing here is they watch the game done, they turn the game off, and football is done. That is fine. That is fine. But that perspective matters because when people make these arguments, you can often tell that these people are casual fans. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're a casual fan, maybe you should think twice about talking football to someone who watches football 10 hours a day. Because I watch football, I used to watch football 10 hours a day when the season was on. Maybe think twice before arguing with me. Because I watch a lot more football than most people in the world. And that's okay. That's okay. You can have good arguments, still. But think twice. Don't just say, oh, this is silly. Don't just say this is silly. It's not. I watch more football than I can guarantee. No one in chat watches as much football as I do. I can guarantee. No one in chat is watching every game of the women's Euros. And every game of the under 17s, or under 21, sorry, Euros. I can guarantee that. I did. I watched every game in Europe. Conference League, Europa League, Champions League. That's fine if you don't. But you need to think twice when you come in here and say, oh, you've got an agenda. Like, this stuff is ridiculous. Pep Guardiola. Yeah, Mini Rodri. Sorry, I keep saying Baby Rodri, but Pep's own words were Mini Rodri. I'm sure somebody will tell me, he never said Baby Rodri, he said Mini Rodri. Yeah, fuck off. NICO GONZALEZ is a Mini Rodri. He's told us, and now he's telling us, oh, he's not crucial. So which is it? I don't know. Do you guys know? I don't. I'm lost. I'm lost, guys. On one day, Nunez is one of the best midfielders in the world. The next day, he's not smart enough. Yeah, Pep said Nunez is one of the smartest players, or the best players, sorry, in the world. He told us that. When Nunez first signed, he told us one of the best players in the world. Midfielders in the world. Never played in midfield. Never. Liar. Pure fucking liar that this manager is. A liar. And I'll call it out. He's a liar. Serial liar. We are just a charity now. You know what we need? Clarity, not charity. That's what we need. Clarity. What is going on? Stop lying. Tell us the truth. Oh, iPhone 4 in a row. 4 in a row. Fuck you. iPhone 4 in a row. Fuck you. That's what this manager is doing at this point. We paid extra to bring Grace, but he's not ready. What about Kubarsi? Dean Hurson, I mean, sure. Dean Hurson, I don't think we were ever getting, but yeah. But why not get someone who's ready? Oh, but Vitor Hayes. Okay. He may be good, he may be bad. We won't know until he plays 5 games in a row. Will he? Will he? He will not. We bring Gusnov, who was amazing, but Diaz is automatically starting. Why? Well, the excuse is, if he played 10 games, we would have paid 5 million extra. So let me get this straight. We are sacrificing a second place finish, for which we get £10 million extra in TV revenue, for 5 million extra we have to pay. And we have a 5 million profit. What? We have a 5 million profit for finishing 1 place above. So that excuse doesn't even make sense. Play them. Play them. Absolutely. If you're good enough, you're good enough. All the people who told me this was fake news were having a go to looking stunned. Bro, that they all think this is some big surprise. Again, these are casual fans. There's nothing wrong with being casual, yeah? I was a casual fan for most of my life. Nothing wrong with that. But don't go to the hardcore fans and tell them they don't know fuck all. The hardcore fans know way more about this stuff, trust me. We just do. There's nothing wrong with being casual, but don't fucking tell the hardcore fans what to think. And vice versa, by the way. Don't tell anyone what to think, just tell them your opinions. We brought NICO on the last... Oh, sorry, we bought NICO on the last day of the window, who was meant to be the first signing. You know why we signed him? We lost 5-1 to Arsenal, that's why we signed him. February the 2nd, last day of the window, second to last day of the window, we lose to Arsenal 5-1. The next day, which is the last day of the window, we sign NICO GONZALEZ. That is why. It's panic. We're trying to manage the panic. We're trying to calm people down. That's why we do this. It's not an attempt to improve. At this point, it isn't. I'm sorry, but which other manager gets this luxury? Bro, better managers have gotten less luxury than this. Jose Mourinho. I went from believing that Pep is better than Mourinho to starting to believe he's actually worse. Mourinho wins the league title. Next season, sacked. Why? Why? He's a great. He gave Chelsea their first 2 Premier League titles, came back to win another 2. They've won like 6 league titles, and he's like 4 of them. He has 4 of their 6 league titles. And he gets sacked the next season. But we can't do the same with Pep, who has 6 of our 10 league titles, so it's a smaller cut of our league titles. And by the way, Chelsea back then only had 5 league titles. They won another league title with Conte. Sorry? It's embarrassing for the club. I'm sorry, it's like something out of FIFA. Bro, this is like FIFA when Man City sells all their best players and buys a few scrubs and gets relegated. You know how on FIFA, when you get deep enough into a career mode, some random ass club, like some random ass big club, always ends up getting relegated. I had a FIFA career mode on FIFA 18, and Liverpool got relegated to League 1 in that career mode, because I was like 15 seasons in. Bro, the weird stuff. Bro, this is beyond sport. No other manager, yeah, it's a manager as sport at this point, can just buy a player and refuse to use them when we clearly need them. 48% of the games that he was available, he has not played. In his first season. And he was better, by the way, in his first season than Rodri was in his first season. Rodri played 86% of games that he was available. People are believing this, that dude, over Fabrizio. Bro, I'll tell you guys one thing, yeah? If you are not that deep into football, when Fabrizio speaks, you listen. He is so rarely wrong. He is so rarely wrong. When Fabrizio speaks, you listen. Fabrizio is almost never wrong. So, if you want to trust this random guy I've never heard of over Fab, go ahead, but probably not gonna be probably not the correct decision there. We went through 1 in 14, whatever it was, but we keep playing the same players, and though we made season worse by rushing back those injured players as well, we made the long-term future worse. Remember when we rushed back Aki, who was not ready to play yet? Well, if we waited one day, maybe we lose the game, but then we can win the next 5. But no, let's rush him back. Like, it makes no sense. Pep has... I mean, people are telling me, yeah, about Pep Guardiola. Oh, when Rodri gets cleared, he'll play Rodri. No, he won't. He will play Rodri regardless of he is cleared or not. You know what my evidence is? Ake was not cleared to play against Nottingham Forest. He played, got injured. Akanji was not cleared to play against Nottingham Forest. He played, got injured. Rodri was not cleared to play against Al Hilal. Pep Guardiola was told 60 minutes in a week, no more. He played 100 something minutes, Rodri got injured. Pep Guardiola is ignoring the advice of his doctors. People don't think about this, yeah? He's ignoring his doctors. Why do we have so many injuries? Well, he's ignoring the fucking medical staff. I'm surprised that Haaland and Guardiola and Marmoush aren't in a fucking graveyard at this point, the way he's rushing them into the fucking pitch. You remember Haaland in the 4-beat season? I believe it was Brentford, first game back. He was not cleared for that game. He was not cleared to play a full 90. He was cleared to come off the bench. He started. Pep ignores his doctors. What are the injury crises gonna be when you ignore your doctors? It's so difficult to think, yeah? They're gonna be bad. You need to listen to the doctors. But Pep is ignoring them. Didn't even say he's not going. He just came out with on Notting reports now. People are quoting that and telling us not to overreact. Bro, Field, Fabrizio, and the other guy, I forgot his name, all reported this. 3 different sources, 3 credible sources, all reporting this at the same time. It's true. It's true. Doesn't mean he'll be sold, but it's true that it's interest of other clubs. I'm fuming, man. You want a bigger squad than a smaller squad, one with all these games, but you make excuses. No, Pep doesn't want a bigger squad. Pep wants a small squad. Pep threatened the board with resigning if he has like more than 23 players. He said, I want 23 players, if there's more, I resign. I fucking hope to God we get a 25-man squad and we look him in the eye and we ask, are you resigning? And I hope to fucking God he says yes. Because this man thinks he can do anything. He thinks he can do anything. This is his agent pushing his player. His agent is George Mendes, by the way. Let me show you George Mendes. Let me show you George Mendes. Ballon d'Or. 1 second, yeah. Let me share my screen. This is George Mendes. You're about to see. George. Oh, is he not on here? Oh, he's not on here. Best Manager awards. This is a Ballon d'Or award as well. Sorry, Best Agent. Best Agent awards. George Agent. Look at this. George Mendes, Best Agent of the Year. This guy has won the Best Agent of the Year 8 times, 9 times even. He's won Best Agent of the Year more often than Lionel Messi has won the Ballon d'Or. This is the guy with in a smaller period of time, by the way. This is the best agent in the world for the past 15 years now. When this guy wants his player to get more minutes, his player gets more minutes. One way or another. One way or another. But yeah, absolutely, you're right. This is Mendes pushing his player to get more game time. Most likely, Pep would end up... 1 second. Pep would end up having a clash with him. Bro, Pep has clashes with everyone. Remember João Cancelo? He was a quality player. Pep clashed. You know Pep could never handle a player with an agent who moaned too much. Absolutely. Ibrahimovic at Barca. But we should keep them because look at the UCL final. That's why we need to keep Ederson. Bro, listen. I've disrespected Ederson a lot on this channel, but I think it needs to be said. Ederson used to be a great goalkeeper. That time is done. Now he needs to leave. It's that simple. He used to be good, now he isn't. Move on. It's that simple. Players age. De Bruyne was our best ever player, but he moved on because he's not good enough anymore. It's that simple. You can't respect a great player and still say, you are old. Time, it comes for everyone. You have to leave. But NICO has been wanting to leave for years, but now he is captain. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about NICO. If a player is disrespected, he has to be quiet. But Pep can do whatever he wants. This is BS. It is, absolutely. Big up to T Creator 17. City till I die. Bro, City. This club. City. Not Pep. Not De Bruyne. Not Haaland. Not Bernardo Silva. City. We're City fans. Not Blade FC and not Pep Guardiola FC. I just want some consistency. Every day I wake up to be shocked. I am shocked when we win and shocked when we lose. Bro, I don't know what to expect. Like, it's that simple. But he's not going to get above Rodri. You people don't complain when Rodri's knees go. These... Oh my god, can I read? You people don't complain when Rodri's knees go. Yeah. Big up to Mundo as well. I was about to say it's Nico's choice to leave, and that hasn't he hasn't been impressive as Rodri's backup. But you have a massive point in his desire for a small squad has led to injuries last year. If you don't think Nico Gonzalez has been impressive, that's okay. You can argue that with me. I will disagree with you, but I'll argue that with you. If you think Nico Gonzalez has to leave, and you have to bring in a different player, that's okay. That's not what's happening. That's my problem. That's not what's happening. What's happening is Nico Gonzalez leaves for Gundogan. That's my problem. Big up Joe for subscribing. Nico is about... oh my god, I can't read it. I'm so rattled, I can't even breathe anymore. Nico is absolutely brilliant, by the way, in some games. He's had poor games like Everton. I keep coming back to this Everton game. He's played bad in that game, but he's also had really good games. Any player in their third season is not going to be the greatest, let's be honest. But I think he can become very good. I think he can be elite next season, if he still plays for us. Alf, I thought you were hypercritical, but Nico G treatment has been shocking. Same with Nunez. Bro, today... big up to Zeer! Big up to Zeer for the raids. Enjoying my rant, I suppose. Feel free to drop your link, Zeer. You know what it is here with Nico G and Nunez? Pep Guardiola, when they first arrived, he called Nico Gonzalez Mini Rodri. When Matheus Nunez first arrived, he said one of the best midfielders in the world. They don't get a chance, and then Pep disrespects them. He said Matheus Nunez, yeah? He said of this guy, he's stupid. What fucking manager says of their player that he's stupid? Even if it's true, you don't do that. You don't say that your players are stupid, even if it's fucking true. Like, you don't do that. You say maybe he's not good enough, he's a good player, but not our level, we will move him on. But you don't call them stupid in the media. That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace. He's come halfway through the season and played out of position. Bro, he's number 8. I don't know if he can do a job at number 6. I've never seen it. He's an 8. But he's played right back, and he's done it damn decently, I think. Not great, but damn decent. And Pep insulted him. I don't get this. It's not criticism, it's calling someone stupid is not criticism, it's an insult. If he said he's too slow on transition, that's criticism. He called him stupid in media, in a press conference. That is not acceptable. I need to read this. Sake and 10 people are skeptical about this news, doubting Fabrizio Romano. I have never seen people doubt Fabrizio Romano until now, I swear to God. I have never seen people doubt Fabrizio until now. Came in during a terrible period and looked fine. What's he doing wrong? He's not Pep's favourite. Ederson in. Respectfully, I disagree. I think he's not good enough anymore. He used to be good, but he's not there anymore. By the way, we were going to start the rebuild last transfer window, but guess why it didn't happen? Some guy didn't want a rebuild. He said, no, we're fine. Don't buy new players. Coach's corner, Hilal Raids. Yeah, big up to Zaid. This man's taking the... Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Zaid. Big up to Zaid. Big up to Zaid. I don't think it's fair to judge NICO G based on how many games he has played for us. I agree with that too. He definitely is better than Phillips. At least I don't feel scared when he plays. I don't feel scared when he plays. I feel comfortable when he plays. He'll make mistakes, but it's fine. It's not that many mistakes, and he'll play solid over the whole game. Tap the likes and subscribe. Absolutely. NICO doesn't have to leave. He needs to play time. I agree. He needs playtime. He needs playtime. You don't improve unless you have playtime. He needs playtime in order to grow into the 6th position, in order to become as elite as Rodri. Rodri in his first season wasn't that great either. Let's be honest, he wasn't that great in his first season. But he played and played and played and got better. De Bruyne, when he first arrived at Werder Bremen, disaster. But he played and played and played, and by the end of the season, he was Werder Bremen's best player. He was on loan, so he went back to Chelsea. But at the end of that season, he was still the best player. Sometimes you just need to play to improve. And I actually watched De Bruyne's entire career. I was hate watching him. He used to play for Genk. He robbed us, yeah? I'm a Club Brugge fan, as well as a Man City fan. He robbed us of a fucking league title, so I was hate watching this man before he came to Man City. It's totally Pep's fault for his neglect to unlock and grow his talent, I feel. It is on Pep, absolutely, but he's not bothered. This is Zaid's channel, yeah? Go check him out. Al Hilal fan and Bayern München fan. Yo, Zaid, tell me what you think. If Nico Gonzalez joins you guys, he will immediately fix your midfield. He joins you guys, you put Kimmich right back, and Musiala when he's fit in the 10. That's a banging midfield, bro. That's a banging midfield. Pep 5-year contract. Yeah, sure. No way, Pep, he said it. Yeah, he said it. In the media, in a press conference. Word for word, he said, sometimes Nunez is stupid. Exactly, straight up being disrespectful. Regardless of whether you rate him or not, it's unacceptable. It's ridiculous. I just don't get how people look at this and think this is acceptable behavior. I have never known a club to talk shit of their own players in this way. I've never known it. Ultimately, Pep's football has become obsolete. I mean, yeah, this is what I said earlier. Bro, I can't lie, my voice is starting to hurt from ranting, and I need to take my dog on a walk. So, I'll end it here, yeah? Like and subscribe. Before I end it, though, let me say this one more time, yeah? When you break through as a revolutionary manager, you know what happens? Yeah, you know what happens when you first break through. Your tactics are new. Your tactics are new. Nobody knows how to deal with them. But, as time goes on, 15 years, the average football player has a career lasting 15 years. You know what that means? 15 years after your first breakthrough, all the new managers will see your tactics as basic football. All the managers coming through grew up on Pep ball. They know it as basics. Jose Mourinho faced the same problem and fell off the cliff of the earth. It's gonna happen with Pep too. When you are the revolutionary, you can't come back as a coach from this revelation of of your tactics becoming basics. What you can do is what Alex Ferguson did. Go hire a head coach, become the manager, don't do the tactics anymore, let someone else do it, trust them, and that way you can rebuild and rebuild over years and years without becoming obsolete. Pep refuses to do that. Consistently, he refuses to do that. And when he refuses to do that, I don't know why people think he will change. A lot of people say, trust him, he'll change. I don't know why people say that. We see him change for the better. Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, Juventus. The very next game, he reverts. He is not adapting. When you don't adapt, football is cruel. Football is very cruel. When you don't adapt, you fall behind. It's that simple. It's not even that he can't change, it's that he doesn't want to. Yeah, I agree, honestly. He doesn't want to. He feels too stubborn. He wants to prove my way still works. He doesn't want to change. He wants to prove the way I do things is still the best way. Big up the chats, smash the likes. Absolutely, smash the likes. Bro, people don't talk about this enough. Pep has a massive ego. You're absolutely right, Mundo. You're absolutely right. His ego is through the roof. Anyhow, I'll leave it there. We are redirecting to a touchline. Big up to touchline. Man United fan, I go on his channel sometimes. Be nice to him. Be nice. I like a touchline. He gets easily offended sometimes, but I like him. So, Alfred in chat, and I'm gonna leave it there because my voice is starting to hurt from this rant. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully with some better news. Bye.